Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be covering how to use each class within the Injustice 2 mobile game. So when I say how to use each class, if you go to your roster and you look at your character cards, each of them have a class symbol associated with them in the top right corner. I'll show you with my mouse here. For Primal Swamp Thing, it's this little icon right here. For Batman, it's this little icon. And for Dr. Fate, it's this little icon. So those icons indicate your class, and there are 5 classes. There are
Green Lantern.
Arcane class, so you can see Green Emerald Lantern. Emerald Green Lantern is a gold character with Arcane class. Then you have Metahuman class. You have the Agility class. You have the Tech class. And last but not least, you have the Might class. So each of the classes has a strength against another class and a weakness against another class, except for one. So I'm going to list off which classes are strong and weak against each class, and I'm going to also list them in the description below so you don't have to try and memorize or listen to what I'm saying specifically. But each class gets a 20% damage boost against the class that they're strong against, and a 10% damage increased taken damage to the class that they're weak against. So the Tech class is strong against the Might class, and weak against the Meta class. The Agility class is strong against the Meta class, but weak against the Might class. The Might characters are strong against Agility characters, but weak against Tech characters. Meta characters are strong against Tech characters, but weak against Agility characters. And the Arcane characters have no strengths or weaknesses against any other class. So they're essentially a neutral class that doesn't get affected by any others, but they also don't get damage boosts to any other class either. So to demonstrate what I'm trying to say here, we'll go and play a campaign mission here. So you can see here that the first 2 characters on the opponent's team are agility classes because they got that little foot in the top right of the profile there. So the character that is strong against the agility class is the Might class. So I've got them matched up against Bane over there, who is a Might class. Then you can see the Wonder Woman on their team is a Might class, and the characters that are strongest against Might class are Tech class characters. So I've got Batman matched up against her. And then the Tech class for Deadshot, the characters that are strongest against them are the Meta class. So if we go ahead and enter this fight. So you can see that Bane, if you push pause, you can see the match information. So you can see that Bane has a 20% bonus damage, while the Slasher inmate has 10% minus bonus damage. So he's doing 10% less damage to me, while I'm doing an additional 20%, because I am a Might class and he is an Agility class, which means I have the advantage. Now, if I swap out Bane for, let's see here, Agility, Meta. So if I swap out Bane for a Meta character, then the Agility class will have the bonus damage because they will be strong against the Meta character. So if I swap in Flash right now, you'll see that the roles will be reversed. I'll swap in, and you can see when I pause it, it shows now that the Agility class has got a 20% damage bonus over the Flash, who is a Metahuman character, who has got a negative 10% bonus damage. So you really have to play the characters against what class you're playing against. So if I can swap back Bane in, I should be playing Bane against these characters, or against the Agility class heroes. This guy is a Tech class, which means I should be swapping in my Flash now, and you can now see that the Flash has a 20% damage bonus over Deadshot because a Metahuman has the advantage over the Tech class. So I can go ahead and play here. And again, all of this you don't specifically have to remember because I'm going to have it in my my description of the video, so you can check it out there if you forget. Additionally, when you see the, or when you pause the match, you can tell if you've got a class advantage or disadvantage just by simply pushing pause to see what's going on. And you can also tell when you tag in whether you've got a class advantage or disadvantage, because it'll show up in the top left or right as to who gets the, you see it shows up in the top right that that character had a an advantage over me. So if I swap in, I should have swapped in Bane, I forgot. Even I forget, I'm making the video. Swap in Bane, he has the advantage. Now, if you have two mutually exclusive characters, these guys are both might class, there is no advantage on either team. Additionally, if you swap in a character that doesn't have an advantage or a disadvantage, then again, there's no advantage on either side. So you can see these guys are both might class heroes, but if I tag in my meta class hero, then there also won't be any conflict. So if I swap in Flash right now and pause it real quick, you can see that there's still no advantage here because might doesn't have an advantage over meta, and meta doesn't have an advantage over might. So they're mutually exclusive, and they're fine to just continue with no advantages on either team, on either side. But the best character that I should be fighting Wonder Woman with is Batman, because Tech class has an advantage over Might class. So I'm going to swap him in as soon as I can. I should probably be blocking her. At least, man. Okay, so there we go. Now I have a class advantage. I try to pause it, but you could have seen that Batman did have the class advantage over Wonder Woman. So that is essentially the long and short of how to use your classes properly. Like I said, I'm going to have all of the class advantages and disadvantages listed in the description, so you don't have to try and memorize these right off the bat. So final result of this is, if you can swap in a character that's going to have an advantage over the enemy class, then do so. If you can't, then at least make sure you're using a character that doesn't take additional damage from the enemy character, because you are weak against that class. And last but not least, always remember that Arcane characters, like the, let me see, Green Lantern, Emerald Green Lantern, right here, do not have any strengths or weaknesses against any characters. So if you can't put in a character that has an advantage, and you are only looking at characters that have either disadvantages or no advantages, Arcane class will never have an advantage, but it will also never be countered and have a disadvantage against enemy characters. So that is it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.